Hey, what's up, guys? Let's see, how can I do? Of course, it doesn't work because nothing works. There. Anyway, hey guys. This is kind of just about um myself, uh, dreams. I just had a dream. Let me tell you real quick what it is before I forget. But it's cemented. It's like how you wake up and you know it perfectly, and then you don't. Like you're like, what the fuck? You forgot it. So before it hasn't happened yet, and I woke up a couple hours ago. But anyway, I wanted to tell you guys that the dream that I had last night was really bizarre. I haven't, or I at least haven't remembered my dreams or had a dream in years that I can remember. Actually, I had a couple of like these weird nightmares. And if you've been a drug addict, sometimes after that, you'll have dreams of. I've had dreams where I actually finally got like the drug, heroin, or whatever in a needle. And you know how something looks weird, but you know what it is, right? And actually, I did it and actually got high in my dream. That's happened to me before. It's weird. So anyway, other than that, it never I can never get it. And it's been like 10 years, 5 years, 10 years since I've had a drug dream. And this was a nightmare though. This had really nothing to do with drugs per se. It was more about authority and getting busted or something, right? And I want to note the difference today and this past week compared to the past 10 years is I have been broke. I am broke. I have no, I have food, but I have no weed, and I haven't had any. I quit smoking it, or taking it, or eating it, anything, because I don't have any habit, right? And I don't grow anymore because I can't grow here. But yeah, my landlord won't let me. Or I actually haven't really asked him. I don't know. This town is really weird. Like, there's no dispensaries here, but they have delivery service. That's kind of on the down low. But I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys. Listen, my dream. I was with my friend Elena, and she's literally just a girl that was my roommate, and she's my friend. She had a crush on me though, right? Always, it's always something, right? But I told her no, 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 no. But she wasn't very good. I mean, she's pretty, okay, in her own way, and she's in sweet. Is a very sweet person, and she's a good friend. And I would tell her, no, I don't want to. You're a good friend. I don't want to fuck up our friendship. Blah blah blah. You know. So, and we both. She had a boyfriend on and off. I had different girlfriends on and off. So we were just roommates. And it's funny too. Real quick. We lived on first, second. We lived on the third floor. There was only three floors, right? And I twice I went in the one right on the second floor because the elevator just stopped and I got out assuming it's the third floor, fucked up or whatever, and walked in the house of that apartment directly below me, and the lady's on the couch watching TV and goes, like, look, and I'm like, oh my god, like, at first I was like trying to, what? This is my house, and then I did that twice to the same lady, and I'm like, I'm sorry, they all look the same, whatever. Then also, about probably 10 times in my life, I've had like, okay, someone parking, like my friend Corey that passed on, that I lived with his parents later, 5 years after he died, and we became good friends. She would park, and I'd run in somewhere to get something, right? And I'd come back out, and I jumped in the car that looked like hers with a lady in it, jumped in, all right, let's go, and turned around. It wasn't fucking her. That's happened to me literally like 10 times. Okay, sorry. That's it. I just want to get that over with. Now, my dream last night, and I've been having, I haven't been able to sleep very good at all for a week. I've had just, it sucks. Okay, bad. Last night, not last, well, let me say my dream. Last night, we all of a sudden, you know how you usually have a dream, like it's not at night, it's usually in the morning, like you wake up a little bit and then you kind of go back to sleep, and that's when you have a dream usually. Anyway, we're running right from these cops. We're in a grocery store, me and Elaine and my old roommate, one of my good friends. She's still my friend. I haven't talked to her in a while though. But and I had like maybe about half a pound of weed on me, right? In a big bag. And I also had some others, like a couple ounces and some other weighed out shit. Now I'm thinking and I'm running from cops and they're going, there he goes, the workers at like, I'm at like fucking Walmart or something, you know, right? And I'm running through the exits and I'm dodging. All of a sudden, then I was at Elena's house, not the one we lived in, but like her mom's house or wherever she lives now, probably. And I took out, it was in my pen, this big bag, you know, a half a pound of weed or a quarter pound, and put it in her here, and I put it in her drawer, right? And I said, remember where I put this, like. Because I kind of hid it and then a couple other bags that I had and shut it and I said, let's go. And then all of a sudden we were back in the fucking grocery store running. And she's on, just don't worry about it or just, we're fucked. And all I'm thinking is, fuck, I'm going to get sales. And I kept finding more weed on me, and I kept trying to stash it in the like shelves on the grocery store as I'm running through it. I'm sorry if this makes no sense. It's a dream. It made no sense. Like, so I'm running, and they're chasing me, and I'm going like I went back through the back. You know how you could go when you use the bathroom or something at the grocery store. I'm running through the back. They're like, he went that way, and all these cops. That people are chasing, they're cops, and I know I'm going to jail. I'm gonna go to jail if they catch me, so I'm trying to ditch this shit on the way. And they're going, Brady, we know your name, we know who you are, come on, man. Just, you're fucked, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Because, you know, jail sucks, okay? But right now, if I went into jail, I don't know. Probably, I think Ivanka Trump, when she did the opioid crisis thing, and you know, they made it to where they have to give you your medication in jail. But before, nah, you kids, and it would kill me right now to cold turkey. If I went into jail. And cold turkey, or somewhere cold turkey off of everything on that I'm on, which is methadone, and my blood pressure and my seizure, Klonopin, and Xanax. That's what I take. And for me, I've taken it for so long, it really doesn't fuck me up. Unless I have some really good weed and shit too, and I'm smoking it, then that's when you guys see me, and you're like, you're all fucked up. It's like a combination of all those, but weed, man, this shit, I smoke 26, like 20 to 30% THC weed. Like I'm a connoisseur. And it just, I wake up fucking nodded out from the weed, man. It was from the weed. Like, since I've been not smoking anymore, since I quit smoking weed, because I got really but bizarrely, well, okay, yeah. Since I quit smoking weed about 10 days ago, I can't really sleep, and now I'm starting to have dreams that I can remember. Right? Um, I truly think that weed. Keep your heirloom seeds. Don't order seeds. Nothing. To all growers, use silver thiosulfate on one branch, and make feminized seeds. And don't ever use autoflower. Don't ever use any seed bank. Nothing. Only heirloom. Because I'll tell you what. The reason that we voted on the year that we voted to legalize um, weed recreationally. Okay, I thought, okay, now you can just go into 7-Eleven and buy a packet, like buy weed, right? Like cigarettes. No biggie, right? And before that, I was on. We had medical marijuana, which was pretty much the same. And so I was on that, obviously, from my doctor, and it's like, anyway. So then, yeah, so blah blah blah. Anyway, so then, like a few years later, we passed, which was a few years ago, the 21 and older recreational, right, in California where I live, and so the day that it there was that, and there was the grocery bags, biggest problem in the world. So they wanted to charge 10 cents for plastic grocery bags, okay, and everyone voted on that. Yes, it passed. Not quite 87% like the marijuana initiative did, Prop 215 or whatever. And so the next morning, I go to the store. Or it passed. Like the bag thing passed 60-40. Weed passed. Recreational marijuana passed like 90% landslide. Yet for favor for recreational. So the next morning, I go, cool. It's done. It should be ready to rock and roll right now, right? Because I went to the store, and they're like, oh, yesterday, literally, we passed the law of it costs 10 cents for a bag, plastic bag for your groceries now. And I'm like, really? That quick, like overnight? Okay, that's what I would expect too, because we did pass it, and boom, it goes in the law. So then I go, well, what the fuck, man? And there was no recreational weed. And I'm like, that should be the next day. Or if there's a problem, I mean, they already had the shops and everything because of the medical. So why didn't they just flip it to 21, years and older, like that? And I will tell you why. It took a year and a half for them, or whatever, governing body, whoever does it, to actually have 21-year and older recreational marijuana. And the thing that really is trippy is, I think that year and a half, it's totally bullshit. They spent that year and a half. At first, I thought, you know what? And it probably is a multi-pronged thing. But I said, what the fuck is the problem? It's been a year since we passed that, and there's no recreational marijuana. What the fuck? And the grocery bag thing went in the next day. And I just didn't get it. Then it dawned on me, that they fucking, they wanted to figure out, check this. I thought, well, they're just trying to figure out how they can get, their beak wet. The government taxes, how they can get their beak in on that shit, right? Wet their beak, as they say in the market. And so they're trying to figure out that. And that's what I thought. How could they tax and control it, right? So, and it was already taxed and controlled because of the medical. So that kind of didn't really sit right with me. Then I came across a few articles, and believe me, I do. I can, if you bring me a piece of a leaf, I can fucking genetically clone a plant for you of that DNA. Just all I need is DNA. And that's some laboratory ass shit. So is aeroponics, which is one level above hydroponics, kind of. Yeah, it's much more difficult. Yeah, you need a more lab-like setting, very clean, very clean. Because it's like it mists. Uh, hydroponic, the the uh, the roots they hang in water. But aeroponic is similar, the same thing. But the roots are they're misted every so often. They're not hanging in the water, and it's it enables it to grow faster. I think because of density and buoyancy. I'm not going to say gravity. The forest, whatever's pulling the roots down, so then it would grow faster. Anyway, so because as above, so below. If you have a hell of a root system, then the plant's probably a hell of a plant, size wise. So anyway, my dream last night, I'm running and running, and no matter what, I could not get away, and like I kept having more weed and stashing it through and I'm thinking the whole time in my head, I can't go to fucking jail. I cannot go to jail because I'll fucking die from kicking, right? I'm kicking methadone and benzos. I don't think at this age I could do it without dying. I did it a couple times in jail as on methadone, and it almost killed me. And I was 30s, maybe 30 some years old, like only 15 years ago, even or more, even because I got out and still did it. So anyway, yeah. So the dream. So now I'm having a dream. My point is, I know what I was going to say. So since they weren't the taxes weren't. It wasn't about the taxes. The delay of the marijuana thing. It wasn't about the taxes because I realized it was already in place. That would just be so easy. They would just cross the board, rape everybody with taxes. It would be great. Blah blah blah. Colorado already. Other states already had a model, and everything else we voted on happened overnight. So why not this? So I thought it was taxes. I thought they were trying to figure out a way to squeeze the most tax money out, right, of it. And I think although that may be part of the reason, I'll tell you what I found buried. Because I am a grower and because I have high times, like, stacks of high times, and they go back to the 70s when I got from my friend Randy, Trey's dad. And they have high times quotations. Back in the 70s, the high times quotations had cocaine kilos, how much they costed in different states, what it was going for. And they had LSD, what kind, like blue unicorns, they're going for $2, and each city tells what's going around, I mean, this is like Panama Red, right, shit like that. Maui, Acapulco Gold, shit like that. And then it had hash, it had cocaine, heroin, it had prices for all the drugs, okay? That was in the 70s. And that was high times market quotations. Now it's only marijuana. And that happened even probably before 2000. Yeah, for sure. Before probably even the 90s. all that out. They did not, and I think cocaine, they had coke, and maybe acid and shrooms, or just and then yeah, they cut off the heroin and things. Anyway, like Quaaludes, shit like that. And okay, in this city, there's it's going through, and dealers would call in and or write in the price, because it's all from people that wrote in. Yeah, this shit's going around my town. It's really good. Whatever. So anyway, back to the story. I realized that wow. I had read a couple of stories that said, how we have. I don't know, maybe you don't know, but we do have and have had for a long time, since the Iraqi war. I saw it happen. I didn't know what it was, but it sure looked weird, and now I know why. Listen to this, okay? This is really cool. So they have a voice to skull, or they call it the voice of God, okay? And they can beam with frequencies. They can literally put thoughts in your mind. And in Iraq, and they laugh about it. Look it up. They laugh about it. They have the same type of things now that, of course, they use on American military. Will use on Americans if they are unruly, if there's a riot, right? They have this frequency where everyone just freaks out, or they can do voices. Every school shooter said, I had voices in my head told me to do it. Now, anyway, listen, this is a trip. Remember, if you're old enough, if not, look it up, research it, whatever. In the Iraqi war, okay, there was Iraqi soldiers, okay, all of them in a line. They all lined up, literally. And at the same time, they're all holding their guns up. They all and simultaneously, they all set down their guns and raised their hands in surrender, right? And if you watch the military that did it, they said, yeah, we used the voice of God. We beamed into their heads. This is Allah in Iraqi language, obviously. Surrender now, set your guns down and put your hands up. This is Allah. And they all freaked out, set it down. Boom. They thought their God told them. I mean, because it's voice to skull technology, okay? It's frequency. So that's why they all did it at the exact same time. I mean, we thought, or at least I did, oh man, we are so just overpowering Iraq. They're like, we don't even have a chance, fuck it. Where in Vietnam, we got our asses kicked because they know the lay of the land. We didn't know how to fight in the jungle of Vietnam, and we sure as fuck didn't know how to fight in the desert. So that's what I don't get. We don't train for where we're going or whatever. Anyway, so they did that, and it all happened at once, right? Because they wouldn't have just given up, because they have caves. They have, like Vietnam, they had 3 levels underground. They had hospitals underground. They had strip clubs underground, dude, in the jungle in Vietnam, right? They would just come popping out of a hole. You know, the rat holes that the people, crazy motherfuckers went in. And it was tunnels and tunnels, but they had all underground shit. They had us, right? And they were a tiny army with nothing. Ragtag, man. Ragtag, just citizens, basically. So, yeah, so that was Vietnam, and we lost Vietnam. We got our fucking asses kicked bad. And so, finally, we pulled out, whatever. Anyway, so okay. So now let me go fast forward. So that was what, the 80, that was like 40 years ago, 30 years ago. And darn well they don't roll out shit until about, they just don't roll things out until about 30 years. Like the government with their technology or whatever, or now the big tech companies, they're overgrowing the government. I don't know. The point is this, and then I'm done, okay? They can put voice to skull right in your fucking head, and they plan on partnering it, I believe, with Project Bluebeam, whereas they're going to be able to project in each region that whatever the main religion is, like Allah over there, Jesus over there, Buddha over there, Krishna over there, and it's going to be their language, and it's going to see their face or whatever that they put up there, right? And then it's going to say in their head, like you're going to hear it say, "This is God, I've come, just go walk in, you'll be okay, I've got you, full armor of God," whatever it's going to say, right? So that's the voice to skull technology that they have, and they can do it en masse. And one thing that they've figured out, that I know, and I've read this in several places and I've researched it, and this I believe is why it took a year and a half for them to get everybody, and why the whole world legalized weed at the same time. But I'll tell you one thing: weed, naturally, without any fucking tinkering with heirloom seeds, marijuana, cannabis, all across the board. It blocks something in it. One of the cannabinoids in it blocks the voice to skull technology. It frequency technology as well. Crowd control frequencies that make you feel like your skin's on fire, and then you stop. Like I'm sure you've seen them showing how they have this great thing. It's like a frequency they shoot at a crowd for crowd control, and it feels like they're on fire, and they can do the voice to skull. It blocks both those. Marijuana does something in marijuana. So they were trying to get that, isolate that, and get it out, right? So that half the population smokes or does, uses cannabis. So, they had to get it out of there. So that's why one good thing, you know your grower, know where they get their seeds from if possible. And I believe that is why, and that's all I really came on to say. And since I haven't smoked any weed for a while, 10 days or something, I can't sleep. There are positive things. I've been cleaning and just working and doing a lot of stuff, right? See, okay, that's what my house is. Right? Oh, I really like this. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Right? Anonymous. That's pretty cool, I think. Whatever though. V for Vendetta. Remember. It's the November. So anyway, that's the scoop on the marijuana thing. So I have a bunch of seeds saved up from mine that go way back, because I would just get seeds from them. I would just feminize seeds with silver thiosulfate on one branch, and then just get a bunch of seeds. So there's that, and that's my opinion on that. And as far as the dream, it was scary as fuck. I woke up, it was a nightmare. It was one of those things where you wake up and you're like, oh, thank God I'm here. Oh God, thank God, it's not. That's not happening because it was so real. But it really, you know how dreams are. Um, it was it was scary, man. I thought I was going to prison again and all this shit. Like, it was scary. It just was. I don't know why. This is the since I've been not smoking it. To, whatever, man. It's giving me weird dreams and shit. I don't know what to do. But I'm more like alert and I have more energy and stuff. But I don't I I don't know, man. I just worry. I worry about all kinds of shit, and that's the problem. And you know, and actually, pot makes you worry more about shit. Like opiates, they numb you out. So does alcohol, it numbs you out. That's why I did them. And one time when I was little, my mom goes, "Hey Brady, do you think you smoke marijuana? Do you smoke weed, marijuana to get to?" This is when I was like 12. Do you use it for an escape mechanism from reality? You know, like from things that you know. I said, "Are you kidding me? Do you know anything about me? It makes you concentrate and worry way more about the shit. It makes you worry. Of me, anyway. I'm not like, yeah, nothing matters now. I'm like, fuck. I gotta fucking call my job. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I need to make some money. I mean, you know, and I outlined it right and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I told her, no, mom, it's in fact the exact opposite. So there's that. And I don't know what else to say, guys. Sorry, it's been a half hour. I just wanted to put that down. If no one even watches us, I don't care. I just want I just wanted that down. To put that down on tape. So whatever. People that this person and other people, they keep asking me questions that are on my fucking channel. I'm like, go to my channel, please. I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and back and forth with you on these stupid questions. Just go to my channel. I answer every single one of those questions. Watch my videos. I was pissed because I was trying to watch. Oh, because I was trying to watch Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, which is a kick-ass movie, and I suggest you watch it. It's weird that they're pushing it in the feed so much for free. Anyway, I love you all, and thank God I'm not going to jail or something. And it was just a dream. It was a nightmarish motherfucking dream. Anyway, all right, you guys, I love you all, and thank you, please, and thank you. Have a good day. I'll probably jump back on once I get a little bit more woken up with it. I just wanted to jump on right before while it was fresh in my memory. And whatever you got, if you got anything about out of it, whatever, any questions, address them to me, comments, any ideas, anything. If you agree with me, what do you think? What's going on in your state? How did it work out? Anyway, all right, guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a blessed, wonderful, beautiful day.